All right, welcome. Thank you for securing your seat, and I appreciate that you have actually taken the limited spot that I'm offering for this very special live masterclass. Now, please be sure to be at the webinar as early as you can. The webinar will be on the date written on this page. Make sure to note it down on the calendar because it's gonna fill out. My webinars, my masterclasses always have full house, and we want to make sure that you've got a seat for the webinar. Make sure to arrive 5 minutes earlier too, because that's when I send out the bonuses, and I give out a lot of early birds gifts for people who arrive on the webinar early. And by coming early onto the webinar, you also get a lot of important information that I might share, plus you get to secure your limited seat. Now, for this part of the video, I'm going to tell you a very awesome strategy that I've been using to generate income just like this, okay? This is the exact number right here. Okay, 171,000 in total profits. Okay, now I'm going to teach you how to get to this number yourself, and it's actually pretty easy, and you can actually get here very, very quickly, right? For us to get here, it took us about less than 6 hours for the entire year. 6 hours for the entire year to get an income like this. Yes, this is 6-figure right here. So I'm going to show you how you can get there, and I'm going to break it down very simply, the whole entire system that we're using, so that you can copy the exact same system too. So the first thing first, right, we all started when we were selling something for $19. So we have something that we're selling for $19, and we were able to get an average of about 250 people paying us this number every single month, okay? And 250 people average per month. Now this is a rebill offer, which means they're getting products every single month, which we already created in a way that they just need to subscribe to get access to those products. And if they do not subscribe, if they lose a subscription, they will not get access to the products. So technically, we only needed to create a product once, and we drip the content every single month to them for the next 12 months, and they stayed on for 12 months. So right here itself, per month, we're making $4,750, right? And this is net profits right here, money that we get to keep. And the traffic that we were running was just purely free traffic, word of mouth, and just sharing in forums, and that's it. And we are getting $4,750 every single month in incoming revenue, basically knowing that every month we're going to get this kind of money minimum, right? And what we did was during the first month when we tested this, we realized that, you know what, this is working, but we wonder what happens if we go into 2 other niches and do exactly the same thing. And we got about the same result as well, which means this result is very duplicatable. So the same results that we have is the same thing. We're selling at 19, and we have the average of 250 average per month, and we got $4,750 in net profits, right? So this is our second site. So in total, we are getting at least about $10,000. I mean, sorry, $9,500 in revenue per month. So what we did was that we actually decided to scale it up even more and create even more, right? Because each of these sites is generating us about 57,000, right, in profits per year. And we were excited. We were thinking that, hey, you know, $57,000 is amazing, but it's not life-changing. So we created both of these sites, and then we create another one in another brand new niche. And the beauty of that is that having those 3 websites generates us exactly $171,000, right? $171,000 in total profits for the year, right? But the beauty of this is that it's very replicatable, in a way that you can actually just use the same exact system that we're teaching. You get $19 sales, and you get 250 of them paying you per month, and you get results like this. Very, very predictable, very, very easy to control. And if you're interested in learning how to set this up, get to these numbers, 171,000, even more. If you can set up more than 3, you can set up 10 if you want to. If you set up 10, I think you can get to 570,000, because you're making 57,000 every single year. So if you set up 10, you can get to $500,000. Okay. Now, setting up one of these is really quickly. Take about an hour or two if you're quick. If you're slow like me, where you are not very good with computers, you probably have to like spend a few hours. For me, it took me about 3 hours for the entire year. You know, to set up the entire year, which is amazing. I think still 3 hours a year. I think that's really good. Anyway, what you want to do is that you want to be on a webinar that you have signed up for, because on the webinar, I'm actually going to show you how to get it done. I'm actually going to show you how you can get to these numbers, how you can set everything up in less than 2 hours, okay, or 1 hour. I'll try to go really quick on the webinar with action steps, so you can take action on the webinar, so you can massively see amazing success on the webinar itself. So what you want to do right now is book yourself on the calendar, arrive on the webinar early, 5 minutes early, because that's when we send out bonuses and we give out a lot of extra content. And it allows you to reserve your seat for the rest of the webinar as well, because like I said again, we're expecting a full house, and unfortunately we might not be doing a replay, because the last time I promised a replay we forgot to hit the replay button, so we didn't technically record our last webinar, and a lot of people were really pissed off that we promised to have a replay and we couldn't deliver a replay. So right now I'm just going to tell you that probably there won't be any replay, because I tend to always forget to hit the record button. Right, anyway, so get on the webinar, you're going to learn a lot, and you're going to enjoy the entire process. And if you have any questions throughout the webinar, of course, I'll be answering all your questions as well, okay? Thank you again for submitting and registering for the webinar, and I'll see you on a live masterclass.